Hey guys, welcome back. This is Alchemy of Knowledge and my name is Dulce and I'm gonna take you around a trip in my life. Well, in my life, but hopefully you guys got the gist. Anyways, people got me fucked up. Like, I don't know. I don't know sometimes. Like, I'm just gonna be venting to you guys as I'm driving home. And if you guys can relate, you guys can always comment, because why not? But I don't know, like, as of lately, the energy has been very different. And I really try my best to, like, not take things, like, personal or to the heart. But, you know, there's just certain things that, like, you know, it really matters to you. And how my mind is already telling me, like, why are you talking around it? Talk about it. Be about it. And I'm like, my main thing right now that I'm facing is resentment. Resentment towards the things people have done towards me. And I know, in all morality, it's always having to do with that person and more having to do with them rather than myself. And I get it, but it also frustrates me because my logical mind is like, why? Like, it thinks about the principle. Like, why did you have to do that? And I'm pretty sure there's been people out there that probably have thought the same thing about me. Boy, that's a lot of traffic. I do not feel like going through all that. Yeah, that's a lot of traffic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's been people that have thought about that about me. But majority of the reason, like 9 times out of 10, I really try my best to, like, rationalize as to why I do what I do. Because I'm like, okay, majority of the time, I care how I make people feel. Some people don't. Some people just do them. Like, you know, they don't care about their behavior or their actions, like, that impact people. And to me, it's more like, I do. And that's my biggest problem and my biggest obstacle is, like, I give a shit. I give a shit how you're gonna look at me, what you're gonna think about me, how you're gonna react towards me. And it's very exhausting because to me it's like, I don't need to be worried about all this stuff. But I know, like, I feel like the sense of guilt whenever I'm choosing myself. And that fucking sucks because majority of the time people are only just thinking about themselves. Let's be real with each other. Like, people just only worry about themselves. And my biggest problem is being worried about everybody else but myself. And whenever I do worry about myself and I actually, like, you know, take charge, like, there's, like, this overwhelming sense of guilt that, like, I'm abandoning or I'm rejecting or, like, I've done, like, the worst thing ever in my life towards, like, said person. And what's it called? I'm here watching traffic, guys, so bear with me. That's a lot of traffic right now. It's like 5 in the afternoon Central Time, so yeah, I'm just getting out of work, guys. And I don't like the connotation that people put on to others, like, whenever they're choosing themselves. Like, they play out, like, this whole victim thingy. Like, you abandoning me. And it's just like, no, like, you're actually infuriating me. Because it's like, how many fucking chances do I have to give you to, like, tell you, like, yo, like, you're fucking this up? And I cannot seem to, like, tolerate the bullshit. I don't have the tolerance to be putting up with people's bullshit. And as I age and grow older, like, the less tolerance I build for people. And I know there's a part where, like, you know, give compassion. You have to be open-minded, be caring, and you know, always like try to like understand. Because sometimes like you might even be in the wrong. But there's other times where you're just like, I don't give a flying fuck. I don't. I can give a shit, and then other times I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck. That's on you. You put yourself in that situation. Like, why do I have to be dragged down your fucking shit? Like, nah. Like, very heavy on that. And that is one heavy thing for me. I'm just like, I don't care. I do not care. And so back on like that whole like resentment part is like, because I went on a whole ramble, and I know whenever I ramble I lose track of what I'm saying, but I did say about like unable to be tolerant people no more with their bullshit. And I don't like it when people make me out to be like the bad guy for just choosing myself. These roads are like not hit. I decided to take like another route today. It's usually not the normal route, but because like right now there's a lot of traffic, and I was like, you know what, I do not want to be in that mix. It's too chaotic, and there is a pity girl. There's somebody's dog literally loose out in the street just walking casually, and I'm just like, away. Literally. Let me just fix this real quick. Very big on the whole like people want you like thinking outside the box and being compassionate and being open, because then you end up in solitude. But there's other times where it's just like some people like to be in their own misery. Some people are like, you know, they like to stay the same, and I don't. I'm consistently growing. I'm constantly changing my mind and growing as a person. So probably the one thing that I didn't like, or like I wasn't open to in the moment, like I probably already have changed my mind about, and I've looked at it like in a different perspective, because I am all about like the bigger perspective. Okay. And that's something that some people don't have the capability of understanding. Like, I'm glad for people that came into my life and taught me how to be open-minded and be more understanding and see it from the other perspective and be compassionate. But there's another part where you're over understanding, and people like are not grasping the fact that you're being over understanding and that you're giving them actually grace for some things. And that's a tendency of being a people pleaser. And whenever you're a people pleaser, your boundaries get walked all over. You get walked over, and then you start feeling like you're being used and taken advantage of. But it's actually your inability to communicate your boundaries or knowing what your boundaries are. And that is something having to do with that introspection and learning more about yourself. And that's why it's like very big on like the whole shadow work and taking time to yourself and like, you know, healing. And really like not let social media cloud your judgment, because social media has its own opinions. Like it always has an opinion about everything and anything. So it's really having to do with like what actually suits you best within yourself, what actually very much works for you. And that's whenever I'm doing the readings, I'm just like, okay, like I can see when it's resonating for me, and it's actually like a situation that I'm going on for currently. So that's why I'm like, okay, this resonates. This is my current situation. What am I learning from this, and what do I need to learn from this? And 9 times out of 10, I do know the answer to my own self. about it, and that is whenever I don't want to be taking action on. And I'm not sure if this is just like a divine feminine thing or just a feminine thing to do, like change your mind like whenever you're feeling some sort of way, because I'm not sure if that happens to men. Yeah, I don't know, I really haven't seen that many guys like want to change their mind like that. I'm just talking from my own experience. Anyways, resentment can be very much harbored and really like taint your relationships. And it really brings on like this ugly feeling towards the other person because you can't see them the same because you're feeling those emotions that you have not yet processed. And it sucks because you start seeing them so differently. But the resentment really has to do a lot having to do with yourself as well, and things that you need to address and that still need addressing. And sometimes it's the best thing to just journal it or not even communicate about it. And as someone that has been struggling to communicate, it's just like out of fear of rejection. Like that is one obstacle for me, like the fear of rejection. Like it depends with the people. Like with some people I feel very confident and bold, like in saying what I have to say. And then with others I'm just like, I'm scared. Don't worry what you're gonna say. Don't worry what you're gonna do. And that's when I'm like, that's why I really like Leos and stuff like that, like Leo energy. Because whenever I'm around a Leo or somebody with like major Leo placements, like they're so bold. They don't care. And that's like, I like that energy being rubbed off on me because it reminds me to like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a flying fuck? Why do you care? Why do you care what this person's fucking thinking? Why do you care how they're feeling? Like, go be bold. Be you, do you. Like, you're still gonna shine regardless. So why be fucking worried about what the world has to think about you? Like, if people are gonna like you, they're gonna like you for your personality. They're gonna like you for what you stand for. They're gonna like you for like your beliefs. They're gonna like you for like the person that you are, not for the looks, not for like the reputation or the career or the money. They're gonna give a shit for who you are. And that's why like I love Leos, because like they remind me how to be like, you know, be outside of the box, be you, be creative, be authentic. And I was like reading on my threads, and I like the post that I made about Leos, like it got a lot of likes, and I'm like, yeah. And by the way, guys, like my North Node, like aka my true purpose, or the energy that I need to embody the most, is like putting myself out there. It's Leo energy. It's a creativity, expressing my creativity, expressing myself, showing my inner child, showing my inner strength, the courage, the authenticity, not being afraid of showing my light. And some people forget that they even have lights. They become so, what's the word? Behind the scenes kind of people. And that is one problem for me too. Because for me, whenever I'm shy or I'm feeling nervous or I don't feel confident in something, I like to be behind the scenes until I feel confident enough to like push myself out there. But sometimes, like in some cases, like you just have to be like brave and just put yourself out there and be like, yeah, I got it. I got you. And yeah, I've been saying a lot of ands, and I'm even calling myself out on it. But yeah, guys, that is my little spiel. Resentment has been a very, very big theme right now going on for me, and I've been seeing a lot of like the way that's been flaring up, especially in my feelings. And I've noticed that like in my toxic tendencies, I get hot and cold, and it's not something to be proud about. It's just something that like I'm aware of now, and it just sucks that I get that way. But it's also another part of me that is like, I'm sorry, but I feel disconnected. I can't seem to reconnect with you whenever I'm feeling some way towards you. Like, yeah, I can ignore it, or yeah, I can let it simmer down, but at the same time, it's like, damn, you got me feeling fucked up on the inside. And whenever you're talking to other spiritual people, it's like, you got yourself fucked up feeling that way. You choose to feel that way. And And that's the thing that like makes me like irritate sometimes with the spiritual community, because it's just like, I understand, but fuck you. I understand, but I'm human. I understand, but you got me fucked up. I understand, but like, I have to feel these feelings. I have to experience the conscious. I have to like live my life. I have to know how it is to feel bad in order to know how to feel good. I have to experience this. And so what if I'm experiencing something crappy right now? It doesn't mean that it's always going to be crappy. I just know it's just a moment and it's just an experience, and I just know that it's going to get better as I go throughout life and heal myself and just process through those emotions that I've been harboring within me that I haven't even realized I've been harboring until now, until really recently. And I know I have a lot of addressing and self-love having to do with me and taking care of myself and my wants and needs. And I know if I'm saying this, somebody out there needs to hear that too. Like, you have to learn how to love yourself and just be brave. And you have to also be honest with yourself when something's bothering you. And, you know, confrontation, it is fucking scary. It fucking is. It's not gonna be anytime easy, but you also have to learn how to practice it. And that is something that I'm right now having to be honest with myself. Like, I have to practice how to be confrontational. Because in other times, girl, like, I know how to confront. Like, I have like no issues being confrontational. But whenever I'm afraid of the outcome or like how the other person's gonna react, that's when I'm scared. That's whenever I'm just like, yeah, like, fuck. Like, this is the part where I gotta be an adult. This is it. This sucks. It sucks ass. But I know it's like part of adulting, it's part of growing up, it's part of like being human, learning how to confront, face things head on. And sometimes I just wish things were different. Sometimes I wish I wasn't as sensitive or like that aware of things. But, you know, stuff happens. And I got to just park myself over here. Okay, guys, let me just fix this so I can park myself. And I made it home. I am home, guys, and I finally get to be off tomorrow, and I'm excited. I am so gonna manifest to no longer do a 9 to 5. I'm so manifesting that I get to travel all around the world and get to like experience so many different things and have a very stable, fruitful life. Like, I'm manifesting this right now. And as if I'm manifesting right now, I'm manifesting that for you. If you want to be a free soul and you want to be making money just like that, like just for existing, I'm here. We're manifesting it together. Like, you can comment down below and say manifest. Like, I am so serious. Like, I am so done with the 9 to 5. I'm done working for other people. I want to work for myself. I want to be what's it called? Self-sufficient for myself. I want to be getting paid to exist. I want to be, what's it called, rich. Like, I want to be enriched by the universe. The universe just loves to provide for me. The universe always has my back. I'm always being divinely protected and divinely guided. Did I ever take that deck? I'm thinking right now. I'm here thinking about my deck. Interesting. I will need to get my other tarot decks, but that's it, guys.